What's up? It's Matt. Welcome to the channel. Just in case you're new, just know that this is a channel about three things: business, health and fitness, and travel. Today we're on business, and I'm going to be answering the question, what project management software should I use / should I use project management software? The reason I want to talk about that is because it's very relevant to what I'm doing at the moment. I'm running a 5-person team. We're putting together some offers with direct response marketing around the topics of skincare. We're looking at supplements, information products, and creams. So there's a lot of kind of things we need to get done. There's web development, there's copywriting, there's legal this, tax that, admin this. There's a whole bunch of things, and there's like little projects here and little projects here. As I said, there's a skin cream thing, a supplement thing, a information product thing. Anyone who's in kind of, you know, in those early stages of business where they're putting together new companies and creating new offers gets to that point where they ask, do I need project management software? And certainly whether or not it's you asking that question to yourself, there's at least someone on the team saying, I really think we should use project management software. That would be a good thing. Then we can put all the tasks down and have them all written down. And then as we do the tasks, we can tick them off and we can move it into the review column and we can move it into the done column, and it'll be all visual. We'll all know everything that's going on. Sounds good. Sounds good. And any company that sells project management software would tell you all those things like, oh, never be confused again. You'll know exactly what's going on because the project management software is going to do all the thinking for you, and you won't have to think so hard. You'll know what's going on. Okay. I recommend, if you're in the early phases of business, to not worry about project management software. Just to cover really quickly where I think project management, I'm going to make a case for this, because if you're watching this, your question is like, should I? I'm going to make a case for why you shouldn't. However, just before I do that, I want to briefly say where I think it is applicable. I think project management software is highly applicable for people who have already executed similar projects and taken them all the way to completion, seen the pitfalls that come up, dodged them, stepped around obstacles, fixed problems, dealt with all sorts of stuff, and then come out the other side and everything worked. And then I feel like those people are in a position to then look at their next project and then go, this is what we need to do, and then they can go and lay out all their tasks in some project management software and just lay it out all from the beginning, because they're going to have a much better ability to track and watch everything and really be able to manage the project. However, if you're not in that position, then I don't recommend project management software. Because here's the reason why. It's probably different from what you expect. You probably think I'm going to say, oh, it's more efficient to do it this way, or it's more efficient to do it that way. You need to learn to manage a project. What's that about? Why did that go off? Well, it doesn't matter. Just let me check this. Is it still looks decent? No, the lights went off. You need to learn the skill of project management. You don't just plug in project management software and then, it's like it just does it all for you, and you move the cards around and drag tasks and drag that. You want to do it the hard way the first time. Are you in this for the short haul, where you want to just complete one project and just get something done? Or are you in playing the long game? Are you playing the long game where you want to learn to be an excellent project manager? And if so, and I do think the correct answer is that yes, I want to be in this for the long term, is I think it's best to do it without project management software. I think you need to learn in your brain how to manage a project without using like a project management tool as like a crutch. Therefore, what I recommend is sticking as much as possible to things simply like Google Docs and Google Sheets and some simple little task manager, just like to-do list thing. No, just very, very basic thing like Google Queues. Google Queues, it just lets you pop a task in, write it in, you can assign it to someone, they can click done. And that's all that it really does. And so let me tell you how I'm currently managing my project, and then maybe you can just try it this way as well. Every Monday, the three partners meet and have like a, what are we going to do this week? We have our guiding goals that we're trying to achieve over the next like 2-3 months. And then based on where we're trying to go over the next, it's really like 6 weeks, 2 months, then we choose what are we going to accomplish this week. And we just talk and brainstorm and we just write out a list in Google Docs. It's as simple as that. I take charge of writing that stuff, and the other people say, oh, this is, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, this is this. Okay, and by the end of that, we've got a nice list of things that we're going to achieve that week, okay? It's this list. By Friday night, these things are hopefully going to be done. That's step one. Set what you want to do for the week. The next thing to do is go and assign those tasks to people. So you can, as I said, you can use something like Google Queues, but even without that, you can just use another Google Doc and you can put the person's name next to it. And that is all you need, okay? That is all you need. Either go to something just like a basic task manager like Google Queues, or go just another Google Doc. I personally use Google Queues. Then you've got all the tasks assigned for the week. And we're only looking over a week here, so it's quite easy to manage. It's quite simple. Then they get distributed out amongst your team members. So what's next? What I've been doing that is working fantastic is I have a midweek update. That's where I go and look at everything that's being done and I say, oh, okay, this is half done, this is 3/4 done, this is into the review phase, this is here, and I'm doing that for 2 reasons. And I make a video of that, and I record myself talking about it. It goes for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I distribute that to the other team members to watch and get on the same page. And I do that for 2 reasons. One is so that everyone knows where we're at. It's just a simple video. No one has to read any text. No one has to look at any board or anything like that, or dig through all the tasks to figure it out. It's a nice, lovely video, and people can lean back, select their beverage of choice, and watch the video and get up to date in a very enjoyable manner, just listening to the lovely sound of my voice tell them what's going on. The second reason I do that is because it's training me to keep track of the project in my head. As I said before, you need to learn the skill of managing a project. Managing a project isn't efficiently using a software management tool. That's the thing that assists you when it becomes a little bit too difficult to do it in your head. But in the early stages, you want to do it in your head. You really do want to have every single document, every single spreadsheet, every single email that's happening just in your head. You just want to know what's going on. That's gonna that's gonna just build that neurology. It's gonna make you strong at like figuring out what's going on in the company. It's gonna build your judgment. It's gonna make you more assertive, more knowledgeable, all that kind of stuff. All those lovely benefits that you'd love to have to be like a good manager and good project manager. Okay. One thing I do to make that a little bit more easy, and I think this is really helpful, this is the third thing that you're about to learn that I think that you can implement. Remember, the first thing that you can implement is weekly meeting, where you get out everything, a list of things that you're going to achieve that week based on your goals for the next 2-3 months or whatever. The second thing is the midweek update. The third thing that makes it super easy is we have a simple spreadsheet, and every time a document begins, but be it a spreadsheet or a Google Doc, because that's what most work is, it's just words on a document, isn't it? Every time something begins, we put an entry in this spreadsheet in that week. So I've got a headline that says week beginning 24th of July, and under that, right now, there's about 10 documents, and it says name, link, status, and that's it. So anytime someone starts a document or finishes a document or finishes a task, they just update that simple little spreadsheet. It's just a block about that big, because it's not some huge Samsung launching the next phone or something like that. It's just a 5-person team. Everything's just simply tracked in a nice little spreadsheet. And what I do when I do those midweek updates is I just look at the 2 documents that I've got, the weekly to-do list, and I look at my completion and status spreadsheet. I got 2 documents there, and then I just make that video and I just keep looking. Okay, we're supposed to do that. Let's have a look at the spreadsheet. Yes, okay guys, that's here. We're at this particular place with that. I think that the changes that need to be made are this. That person's going to do it. And as for this thing, and I just go through all the little to-dos, and I look at all the statuses, and I provide the instructions for what needs to be done in the remaining 2.5 days to get us all the way to Friday. Now, what am I missing there? Am I missing out on something by not using project management software? I don't think so. I think that the reason one might believe they need to use project management software is not having faith in their ability to manage it in their own head, or not wanting to try. They might believe, oh yeah, it might be possible, but I don't know, I just need something to manage it. However, you'll hear me give this type of advice time and time again. I will always tell you to do it the hard way. I will never say, oh, just do it this simple way. Even if that simple way is better in the short term, I will always tell you to do it the way that's just harder, just more difficult. Because what you need to become highly successful is really highly developed skills. Imagine a CEO. A CEO is a project manager, sure. Their title isn't project management, but they're a project manager. They manage a project, sure. A CEO has a crazy ability to manage everything in their head and see the matrix of the company. Yeah, sure, they might rely on tools here and there, but over their whole career, they've definitely built up a high ability to know what's going on. Think about a CEO like Jack Welch. So many, everyone is like Jack Welch, General Electronics CEO, decade or more or something like that, greatest CEO ever. That guy can see what's going on. He knows what's going on all through the company. I don't know if he's still going anymore. Maybe doesn't know what's going on anymore, but when he was CEO, you better believe it. So The question, should you use project management software, is, the answer to it is, if you're already got a highly developed project management skill and you would like to use project management to help you go to the next level because you're just on the brink of what you can control in your head, and by bringing project management software you can expand what you can do, yes, you should use project management software for that. If you're not experienced, then you should definitely not use project management software. You should just hit it hard and do it the hard way and try to manage it in your head and build that neurology and learn to be better at managing it in your head to get finally to that point. So you're really going to develop it and become highly skilled long term. And that's all I have to say about that. I'll see you in the next video.